Ravens ready to take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Jackson to throw. His throw incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Here's Jackson. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson, option right, shedding through the defense. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Now Jackson apparently a little unsure of things, so he'll call a timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Opening drive of overtime. Both teams will get a possession, barring a defensive score. Here's 2nd down. Jackson going to look to run with it. Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain. One overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that 2nd overtime in just a moment. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
2nd and 10. Henry up the middle. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Now Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's got room to roam. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense had got 2 timeouts. Maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Henry is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
The play was for yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening, but they found the opening and exploited it.
And now hold everything. This one perhaps not over yet. The officials will take a look at this just to be certain. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3-and-out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Richardson dials up the first throw of overtime. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Richardson gets his shot here in OT. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Richardson. And they will get the conversion on third down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. He did not have a catch till that moment. Pretty good time for his first one, though, here in OT.
I would agree with that, and just think about how they had to cycle through all the play sheets, right? Tried to find ways to get a lot of people the football. In this case, as you said, he hadn't had a catch all game. Now they find him in a key moment. Really well done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Richardson to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nnamdi Madubuike able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Richardson. Under pressure again.